Connor, thank you. I'll take that now. Bye-bye. Thank you.
I don't know how I'd have made this flight without your help, Mr. Carnegie.
Call me Jack. After all we've meant to each other.
Sloan agat. That's Gaelic for farewell.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Identification, please, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes?
I'm looking for Timothy Murphy.
You're the American. Teddy! Teddy Murphy! It's only misfortune that travels to meet one. He's a hard worker, that boy. Timmy Murphy, come on down! He won't be long.
You be Jack Carnegie?
Hi.
I've never had a phone call from America. Whatever the trouble, it must be big.
I'll put on some tea.
I've got to be back at work soon.
For the record, you are Timothy Murphy, born January 9th, 1965?
I am.
Only child of Cecil Murphy and wife Margaret, maiden name Hanrahan, both deceased in 1970.
In a car crash? What right do you have to my family business?
Do you know of any relatives in America?
No, I have none.
You had one, distant. She died some time ago.
Comes to us all.
She left an estate, Timothy, and it appears that you are an heir. I make my living by finding heirs that are difficult to locate, like you. My compensation is a percent of the estate, to which you must agree by signing this.
What did you say was the amount of this estate, Mr. Carnegie?
I didn't.
25%? You're not bashful about taking your share?
I earned it. Murphy is the most common name in Ireland. Even in America, it ranks 40th.
You suppose I should let a solicitor have a look?
I think you should.
Maybe he'd be better at persuading a rich American to cut his percentage.
It's not negotiable. That's how we all stay so rich.
Timmy, for pity's sake, it's found money. If it only gives him a percentage.
Well, just for the sake of argument, what's to stop me from going to the United States and looking up this deceased Murphy myself?
Timmy!
Oh, what about Mrs. Flanagan? She lived next to Mum and Dad for years. Perhaps she heard them speak of somebody in America.
Your name is Murphy. I didn't say the decedent's was. And nothing is to stop you. You got 50 states to start looking in. You spend money on document searches, telephone calls, plane fares. But be careful not to spend more than your share of the estate.
There's other heirs?
I'm staying at the Roscommon Inn until tomorrow.
Timothy Murphy, are you possessed or just daft?
Well, it is just a percentage, isn't it? And you did work for it, didn't you? Where's the pen? I'd be disappointed if it's only a pittance. Although, you wouldn't come all this way for a mere pittance now, would you?
It's not a pittance, is it?
No, it's not a pittance. Abigail Murphy left assets valued over $3 million. You're the only known relative. After estate taxes, executor's fees, and my commission, you'll still be able to call yourself a millionaire. These are further details on the estate and some forms I'd like you to fill out.
This calls for a celebration. Will you be joining me this evening for a pint of Guinness?
I'll join you in a barrel of Guinness. Congratulations.
And every man here. And one for the man who made it all happen. Jack, my good and dear friend, what do you have?
Let me buy the first round.
No man's buying tonight but me. And anyway, you missed the first round long ago. Beer. That's a brilliant suit. But we're not here to talk business, are we?
It's all I brought.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, I just heard the news. I've never seen a millionaire before.
Well, you met one now, Monaghan.
It's not a good idea to broadcast this around.
Why not? You said the money's mine.
Yeah, but people like to cause trouble. File false claims.
Nah, these are my friends. Hey, McKay. This is a right good business you're on here. But you use a partner. I need to be thinking about the investments now, you know. Well then, it's time you met the love of my life. My one and only betrothed, Bridget O'Toole. Soon to be an equal partner in my good fortune.
I'm Jack Carnegie.
Timothy spoke of you.
The man who brought me riches.
You'll have it spent before it's in hand.
Mother protector.
Come on, Timmy. There's a load of pints to be bought.
Excuse me.
So it's a kind of private eye that you are. Do you carry a pistol?
I wouldn't know which end of a gun to point, and I don't hire out the clients. I'm a speculator in the good old tradition of capitalist free enterprise.
Then you must be very happy with the enormous fee you'll be taking from Timothy.
I'd be just as happy to collect my fee from another heir.
But you can't find one.
There's a two-fisted drinker. You've hardly touched your beer.
I'm not thirsty.
Not thirsty? Is it every day I make $1 million and you won't bend an elbow in celebration?
For $1 million.
Look at her, will you? Like sipping tea with old ladies. You know, I haven't seen you take a drink since we've been together again.
You're drunk, Timothy.
And you're too sober, Mother Superior.
Please, Timothy, no more.
For heaven's sake.
I'll say goodnight. You boys have fun.
See something? Oh, lately she's gotten awful serious. I can't figure her out. She used to be such fun.
I'll stop by tomorrow for my flight in case you have any questions. And I'll be phoning you as we move through probate.
Jack, I don't think I can ever thank you enough.
You're paying me.
All the same, if it wasn't for you, I'd never have... All right, then. Sleep well.
Slán a gad.
Gaelic? Slán lad. What the? Hey! No! Look, please don't! I have money, I can pay you! Please, no! For God's sake! No, please! Don't!
Oh, what a tragedy. Ah, what a shame. You know, life is a way of doing some strange things. I don't know.
Sorry, Henry.
Oh, Mr. Carnegie, something terrible has happened.
Jack Carnegie, I'm Chief Inspector Keefe. I'm glad you called round.
Bridget is here. This is Bridget's mother, Mrs. O'Toole.
What's the matter?
It's Timothy. He's been taken from us.
Taken? Where?
Timothy had an accident on his bicycle last night. He hit the bridge, fell into the water below and drowned.
Timothy's dead.
Drowned? In a bicycle accident?
One of those freak things. We're looking into it, of course. His blood sample showed he'd had a bit to drink.
He was plastered.
It means nothing to you that Timothy's dead. You only care for the paycheck.
I'm sorry. Bridget,
Mr. Carnegie, can I have a word with you?
I'll call back later.
There's no evidence of foul play in this matter, but every stone must be turned. Is there another heir to the estate that was your Timothy?
No, damn it, there isn't. The only other lead was a remote long shot. Where's the body?
Finnegan's funeral home. So there's no one who stands to gain from his death?
I wish there were. Listen, it's terrible what happened, but if his own brother did him in, I'd battle for that brother's right to the estate.
Jack, the whole thing stinks to me. Are they investigating it?
Yeah, but so what? I saw the body. He won't collect no matter how he died.
So the state of New York gets a little richer.
You get your legal fee regardless. I'm the one on piecework.
Jack, no use beating a dead horse, no pun intended, but you got other cases.
Are you mad? I've never seen a commission like this in my life.
I told you 100 times the money is in the bread and butter cases.
I'm not finished with that stuff your office gave me on Brandon Murphy.
Brandon Murphy, he's dead a couple of years.
Yeah, the record trails all end in death certificates. But I'm here. I'll visit his hometown. Maybe turn up hidden kin. What's the name of the place?
Strabane.
And have Claire send me his file. I didn't even bring it. And some clothes for my place.
At your service.
Sean, will you take a look at this now?
Great.
Dennis, Mom says it's a whipping you'll get if you're late back.
Hi, is your mother here?
Yes, I got a dinner. Mom?
Ah, Mr. Carnegie, good morning.
Please, it's Jack. Listen, I came to apologize for yesterday.
We were all upset. Pay it no mind.
I'd like to say the same to Bridget. Is she...
Oh, she's out walking on the beach.
Thanks. What do you see?
The chef.
I can't see it.
It sank 8 years ago. I watched it from right here. Fishing boat. It wasn't seaworthy, so they always used a crew of Catholics. There was a squall that day, but not a bad one. It just
broke up. No one was saved.
Bridget, I am sorry. I know Tim was a loss to you.
And to you. You're a hypocrite. His brother had killed him. You'd gladly see him inherit just to collect your commission.
I came to apologize.
Why did it happen? Is money a curse on the poor?
You can't blame the money.
Can't I? And what was he celebrating with all that drink?
Bridget, take it easy. The ship sinking is tragic, but it won't help to dwell on it.
My father was on that ship. Have you suffered the death of someone dear?
No. I was what they call a foundling. It's difficult to count your blessings now, but for those lost, be glad you had them for a while.
Have you never married?
Divorced 3 years ago.
Children?
She didn't want any.
Hold on.
Great game to play.
They're not playing. They're training.
The Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing I shall want. Fresh and green are the pastures where he gives me repose. Near restful waters he leads me, to revive my drooping spirit. He guides me along the right path, he is true to his name. If I walk in the valley of darkness, no evil would I fear. Amen.
He had no one in the world. Just me.
So, it's off to Strabane.
I have a lead named Dan Sullivan, a witness on Brandon Murphy's death certificate. You could still be around.
Any heir is a good heir. Goodbye, Jack. And good luck.
Thanks, Mrs. O'Toole.
I'm sorry, Jack. I didn't mean that. Goodbye, Jack.
Did you tell him?
No.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Do you have a room?
Yes, I can let you have a very nice double room at the Shard. £12 a night, and that includes breakfast.
Sounds perfect. Mr. Walsh? That's me. My name's Jack Carnegie. I'm trying to get some information on a Brandon Murphy.
Don't know any Brandon Murphy.
Sure, he rented your store across the street for 8 years.
Oh, that Brandon Murphy, of course. He died 2 years ago, don't you know? Small plane to London went down in the Irish Sea.
I know.
8 lives lost. They found 3, but not Brandon. Food for fishes, huh?
Never married?
A bachelor all his life, as far as I know.
What did he import and export?
I don't know that either. He kept to himself.
A man rents your store and you don't ask his business?
I don't pry.
I'm told you like to drink now and then.
Was the Pope Catholic?
Then he had a favorite pub?
Well, that's common knowledge. The Crooked Crozier.
Thanks.
See you in the morning. See you in the morning. Richard, guess what Monk's gonna make for dinner tonight?
What's that then?
Fish fingers and beans.
Where'd you get that?
Jack said I could keep it.
You do no such thing.
He said I could. It's mine.
It's too expensive. You can't accept this.
It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. Richard took my watch. Jack gave it to me. And she took it. It's mine. She stole it.
Dennis, your sister's had a hard day. I'll speak with her, all right?
Bridget?
Yes? You ought to leave that awful job, love. I could bring in work to keep you busy.
Not enough to replace my salary.
No, we get by. You could take classes at the college, part-time anyway. Is it Timothy? Or someone else?
How can you say that with Timothy just rubbish?
I have a proper respect for the dead. Timothy was never the right man for you. You didn't love him.
I did love him.
Like a brother. Like a son, maybe. Not the way a woman loves a man. Don't wear your widow's weeds too long.
What are you having, Yank?
Guinness. How do you know my country?
It's in the walk.
How does an American walk?
Like he owns the place. 150. Call me Duffy. No offense. I like Americans.
I'm Jack Carnegie. You a fighter?
A lightweight. 10 years and 1 stone ago. 23 bouts as a pro. Then I trained some boys. We had some pretty good club fights out there in the back.
But no more?
Not to speak of. But if some of the boys wanted to blow off steam, you here on a holiday?
Business.
Oh, what sort?
Insurance. In fact, maybe you can help me. I've got a small policy that goes to the next of kin to Brandon Murphy.
Branny Murphy. Sure, I knew him well, old Branny. Terrible he had to go that way.
Mind the father. Then you and he were friends?
Oh, none better. We had a darts team together. He could down 6 pints and still pin a fly to the board.
Did he ever mention any relatives?
No, not to me. His parents were taken years ago. How much is the policy for?
$2,000.
Hardly worth your airfare.
Or worth my time. But the company has to use best efforts to find a beneficiary.
I called Brandy a bastard enough times. I should have adopted him.
Did Dan Sullivan come in here?
I can't recall the name. Lots of people come through here, though.
Pint of Coswood there, Duffy.
What's your name?
Prince Charles.
Let's see some identification.
Identification? I just told you, I'm the Prince of bloody Wales.
Search him.
Hey, hands on the bar.
Spread him.
Outside.
There we go. Bump on the noggin, but otherwise just fine.
I want a second opinion.
Yes, I'm sorry about the mishap. I see you're an American.
I wish your stormtrooper had been so observant.
It's a rough neighborhood. The men get nervous. They tend to react a little quickly. That pub is a hangout for known criminals.
Oh, yes, the death certificate. Now, what interest would you have in Brandon Murphy?
I'm an insurance investigator. My company has a small policy on his life. I need to see if there's any surviving family.
I see. And Long Dan Sullivan?
I want to question him about Murphy.
Well, you'll find him in prison for the next 6 years.
Prison? What did he do?
He robbed banks. In fact, prison's where his friend Murphy would be, too, if the accident hadn't saved us the trouble of putting him there.
Murphy robbed banks?
No. No, his line was running guns. Terrorist activities. Worst sort of criminal.
The IRA. So Sullivan's robberies were political.
A thief's a thief, no matter to whom he gives his blood money. Come, would you kindly give Mr. Carnegie a lift home?
Hello?
Hello, Bridget.
Hello, Jack. How is everything?
Next. But it's a breath of fresh air to hear your voice.
Are you feeling any better? I am. You shouldn't have given Dennis your watch.
I was getting tired of it. You said you knew Belfast?
I suppose. I still go there to pick up yard linen for men.
If I chauffeured you, would you conduct me on a tour?
That might be arranged.
How's tomorrow morning at 10?
I'll see you then.
Bye.
See your ID, please?
Jack Carnegie to see Dan Sullivan?
Yeah, that's okay. Now, the young lady stays in the car. Go ahead.
Mr. Sullivan, I'm Jack Carnegie. Thank you for seeing me.
What is it you're after?
Just some information. For the purpose of giving, not getting.
It's a philanthropist you are.
Insurance investigator. My company has a small policy to go to the next of kin of Brandon Murphy.
Does it now?
Yes, and I'm just trying to determine if he has any. Kin, that is.
And what would the amount be of this small policy?
$2,000.
Sure that is. No, I can't help you. There's no kin to be found. In fact, we used to kid Branny that he was the only Irishman on earth who didn't have a brigade of relatives.
This case is closed. I appreciate your talking with me.
There's a pub in Strabane called the Crooked Crozier.
I've already enjoyed their hospitality.
Tell Duffy to give you a blackberry brandy on Dan Sullivan.
Duffy says he's never heard of you.
Well, there you go. You get into a bit of trouble, and people forget they ever knew you. But tell him we spoke. He serves a fine blackberry brandy.
I don't like to gossip about a man's misfortune, but I figure the less said about Long Dan's trouble, the better.
I'd prefer a pint. Excuse me? A pint of Guinness.
Is it an American I smell? Aye. It's a stinking American. From stinking America. My name is Conklin. And I think your whole country smells bad.
Is there a problem?
He's been insulting my citizenship. I think he's looking for a fight.
Look somewhere else. Come on, Jack, let's go.
You let a sassy mother-tard answer for you? Maybe this American is a bigger sissy than I thought.
Hey, if there's going to be fighting in this bar, it's going to be fair.
What you do that for? Don't be an idiot. His hindquarter weighs more than you do. I'm scared you about this.
Bridget! Come on, I need you in my corner.
The orphanage had a boxing team.
Scissors! Oh, my spinal column has turned to silly putty. You'll have to take me to my room and undress me.
Ha! When the Pope is Irish.
You all right?
I think so. Where are they taking us?
Maybe where I want to go.
Hey, what do you want?
This smells like sour milk. Do you think they're going to kill us?
Not after this production. They want something.
And if we don't have it?
It was a pretty good scrap you gave us tonight at the Crowyer.
You were there?
I arranged it. Old Conklin, he knocks them out cold as often as not. I'd have had you carried into the back room. We might have talked there without involving the lady. But you made a dint in my plans, didn't you?
The fight was an act of chivalry? Charming. And who are you?
Call me St. Patrick. There's naught to fear from a saint now, is there?
What do you want with us?
What do you want with Brandon Murphy?
I've been sent here by an American insurance company to find his next of kin. There's a small policy.
If you tell me one more lie, I'll kill you.
It's an inheritance.
Worth?
A lot. The estate is worth $3 million. There we'll see about £1.
Pound?
Dollars. But look, if you're claiming to be his next of kin, forget it. You'll never get past an American court.
I wouldn't think of it. Fraud is a serious crime, you know.
Vámonos. Brandon Murphy. How did you survive the plane crash?
Easy. I didn't get on it. I had a sort of premonition.
There was a price on his head. Now the Brits don't even know that he exists.
I'm more effective that way.
7 innocent people died on that plane so you could stage your death?
Innocent, were they? Members of the Ulster Volunteers, all 7 of them. On their way to London to raise funds for their murderous deeds.
You want the inheritance.
The movement needs funds.
Then you'll have to come back to life. Prove to an American court that you're Brandon Murphy.
Might that not be difficult, given I've been dead for so long?
It's my job to make it happen.
How?
I substantiate through existing documents to the court that you are the heir. But first, you must sign this contract.
If I decide not to take this inheritance, you can't leave here alive. $25%. When I came of age and first put down my signature, my father told me, always look a man in the eyes when you sign his contract.
You'll need some information, but it's back in my room.
Someone will visit you tomorrow.
Will he knock on the door or throw in a dead body with a note attached?
Could the IRA possibly be connected to Timothy's death? Murphy didn't even know he was an heir until tonight.
Shelley, listen, I'm on my way to court to file that claim on behalf of Brandon Murphy. I need you to call Mr. Wallace's office and tell him I'm going to be at least an hour late. See if that's okay. Call me in the car. Bye.
I've got a going-away present for you.
I can't go to America.
Not today. It's an open ticket. Whenever you can arrange it.
It's impossible.
Why is everything so impossible?
You're a divorced man. I'm Catholic. Wouldn't work out.
I see. Well then, it's goodbye. What is it, Bridget? You're pregnant. Who's the father?
Timothy, of course.
What? Are you sure? Bridget, do you know what this means? That child is the heir. It's closer kin than Brandon Murphy.
There's no proof. We never married. Any pregnant woman could make such a claim.
No, there's a medical test. You can prove. There's a much worse problem.
Brandon Murphy.
He won't take kindly to a new heir. He's already come out of the closet. The British are after him like the curse of doom.
I'm afraid of the IRA, Jack. They're fierce and fanatic. In 1980, 10 of them in prison starved themselves to death on a matter of principle.
I'll hide you until the baby's born.
Could my child really inherit?
You're carrying a little millionaire.
Where will you go? You mustn't leave Ireland. I want to be with you at the birth. You will. I promise. We won't leave Ireland. I want the baby to be born here.
No need to leave. It's a big enough country.
You could go to Aunt Finn's in Donegal.
No relatives. We've got to disappear.
Oh, of course. Don't even phone me. I know you'll watch over her. Like a hawk. To protect his 20%.
25%.
Don't you begrudge him a penny, Bridget O'Toole. A man risking his life.
Yeah, I ought to get combat pay. Don't you think 30% is fair? You'll hear from us when the labor pains start. Then you can file a claim for a person who doesn't exist yet.
You bet, but it doesn't actually inherit until the birth takes place and it becomes a person. So, you and the girl have good reason for concern. You know, Murphy's already got himself a lawyer here.
I won't let her out of my sight.
Where will you stay?
Out of the north and the political activity. Maybe Dublin.
Okay, listen, I want you to stay in close touch. Let me know where you settle, huh?
Will do.
Quinn, Dawes. There's another heir. Timothy's fiancée. He knocked her up. No. They're expecting trouble. Jack took her on the lam. I don't know, but I want you to find him, Quinn. Do you understand me? I want you to find him.
Stop him from going after the child once it's born.
The minute it's born, it inherits, which triggers a whole new set of relatives. Yours.
That's half County Antrim.
Just got to keep you healthy until the birth.
There's a remote, lovely little island called Inishmore off the west coast. I spent a summer there as a girl.
Bridget, we're looking for a hideout, not a vacation spot. How many people on the island?
It's just one little village. It's so removed, they still speak Irish.
Great. You want me to go where I don't even speak the language?
They speak English, too. And I'll teach you a nice Irish accent.
Aye, there's a fine lass who'll be corrupting the speech into Irish.
Oh, now you're taking the mickey out of me.
Taking the what?
Taking the mickey, it means to mock someone. Needs work, Jack. Needs a lot of work.
You do the talking.
Do you live on Inishmore?
I do. Fisherman. Take the mail over twice a week, no?
What if I want to go back another time?
There's always private boats you can take. You can always get a lift now. You fish now?
He's a writer by trade. We're coming here to finish his novel.
Ask for McCoy in the pub. He may have a cottage to rent for you.
Thanks.
It's been sitting empty for a while. There's a bit of dust, you know, but of course with a woman's touch, I know it's not much to look at, but it's warm and dry. That's the main thing. See you later for a jar then, yeah?
You're on.
Shall we look upstairs? He said twin beds.
Damn right. You'll have to find us something different.
Wait, Jack. It's two. See?
I hate to be trusted with my virtue, Bridget O'Toole. Lying only a meter to me side.
It won't be easy. Worse for you, I suppose. What am I saying? It's not exactly a sight to inflame you with passion, is it? It bothers you that I'm carrying another man's child. It wouldn't feel right to me either. Morning.
Morning, love. What can I do for you? I've lovely fresh herrings in today.
I'll have two then.
You live in the cottage below, don't you?
I do, yes.
Do you know that used to be a lovely snuggery? Mackay should be horsewhipped for letting it go to ruin like that.
We're going to fix it up. My husband likes to potter. It stimulates his creativity.
God love a poet.
It's a novel, actually.
God love a writer. There you are. Now come back again to me, won't you? God bless you, love.
Thank you.
Bye now.
I'm fine, Woody. We got a little cottage.
Good, good. Now listen, where are you,
Did you abandon Murphy's claim and file one for the child?
No, it's all taken care of. I'll tell you, I'm looking over my own shoulder these days.
Nah, you and me, we're functionaries. Bridget's the one in danger.
Yeah, don't bet on it. They'd snuff you in a second to get here. Now listen, where are you staying?
The fewer people that know, the better.
An abundance of caution is how your lawyers put it.
Yeah, you're right. You can never be too careful.
You won't hear from me until the baby's born.
Do you think that's wise? I mean, no, you know what? You're right, Jack. You take care of yourself.
See you around, Woody.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Yes?
Yeah, Shelley, get me Quinn in Belfast.
Yes, I could deliver here, but some of our women prefer the hospital in Galway. I work with an obstetrician in St. Columbine's.
I'd choose that. My mother's to be there.
Your pelvic structure is small. If a cesarean is needed, hospital would be better.
Well, it looks grand.
Thanks.
I've had enough of this game.
Well, now, there's a poor sport.
Go to hell. I'm sorry, Bridget. I'm going out.
All I'm saying is, ma'am, you're going to be getting up on you should be getting
With whom were you drinking?
Donovan and McCoy.
Were there girls in the pub?
You must be joking. Unescorted girls in this town's pub? You'd think it was against the law.
Have you had a lot of women, Jack?
My fair share. Not more, not less.
How many?
I don't keep accounts.
I mean, approximately. Would you say a dozen?
A dozen? Hey, why am I getting a third degree here? Which one of us is pregnant? I'm sorry, Bridget, but I don't ask you how many guys you've been with.
Just one. Tim's the only one.
I didn't ask.
Oh, Jack. I feel so unattractive. I mean, I always look so terrible. I'm as big as a cow. I wouldn't like a duck.
Bridget, stop that. You're pregnant with human life. That doesn't mean you're not attractive. Sometimes it's all I can do to keep my hands off you.
More than 100, would you say?
Only in my wildest dreams.
You live on Inishmore, do you? I do. Captain of the mailboat and all. You must know nearly everybody that lives there.
Not many to know. I like it that way.
Well, to be an American with a pregnant woman staying there.
Who can with a pregnant woman? Stand out like a wart on the nose now, wouldn't he? No. No Americans.
He was telling me you'd done great things with McCoy's place.
You should come and see it. Walk home with me.
I won't now. The mailboat's just come in. I'll go and meet himself for a change. Listen, what about tomorrow?
Oh, that'd be grand.
Listen, you're looking great. Bye-bye.
Bye then.
Hello, Mrs. Donovan. What a surprise. You'll be all right now, Owen. Good luck.
Any wares to find?
Ah, they're old cases. Other air hunters must have found them months ago.
It's a peculiar business that you're in. Is it competitive?
It's It's usually a foot race. Can't win them all.
Was Murphy a foot race?
I've known Woody Dawes for years. His law firm is executor. He gave me their file on it, so the others just backed off.
Such a big amount. You'd expect someone to claim it.
Oh, sure. It was in all the papers. Court was tied up for 2 years with claims from Murphy's.
Old Brandon had a lively mum and dad.
Hmm?
His birth certificate. Dad was 70, his mum was 44 when he was born.
Didn't Murphy make some comment about advice his father gave him when he signed his first contract?
Always look a man in the eye.
You're taking the mickey out of him. If Murphy was 21 when he signed his first contract, that makes the old man 91. Old man died when he was 85. After Brandon's birth, he'd have been baptized within days. I'd like to see a copy of that certificate.
You'll be going to Dublin then?
Not necessarily. The Mormon Genealogical Library in Utah has copies of everything. I can make a call.
Taking the evening air, are we?
Waiting for a call from the U.S.
A man in Galway was asking after an American with a pregnant lass. I told him nothing, of course. Listen, my friend. I don't know what kind of trouble you're into now, but if there's anything I can do to help...
Hey, your overseas call.
I'm sorry it took so long. Ran into a puzzle here.
What is it?
You say your Brandon Murphy was born March 3rd, 1935. Father Patrick Murphy, mother Rosalind, maiden name Barrow.
Right.
I got a Brandon Murphy who was baptized March 10th, 1935. A week after he was born, I got different parents than you named, though. I got a Hugh Murphy and a wife, Cecilia. This doesn't add up.
Yeah, it does. You change parents and you get a whole new set of relatives.
Then your heir is a phony.
This guy. I've got a closer one that's good.
What are you talking about? I heard probate was being settled next week in the name of Brandon Murphy.
What? That's impossible. Dawes abandoned that claim long ago.
The hell he did.
They got to Dawes.
Haven't you seen him over there?
What do you mean?
His office says he's in Ireland. Listen, I gotta run. Take care, man.
Bridget, Brandon Murphy's a fraud and Dawes was in on it from the start.
How'd you know?
It's the only way it fits. He never withdrew Murphy's claim and it's ready to close for him any day now.
Is there no way to stop it?
Maybe. I need hard evidence that birth certificate is a phony.
In Dublin. You'll go tomorrow then.
What about you?
I'm not due for 4 weeks. Jack, go do your business. You've been cooped up here like a prisoner with me for your jailer. Get away for a couple of days.
The record search is quick. I leave in the morning and be back the same night. No, I can't leave you alone.
If the estate gets into Murphy's hands, then it's all been for nothing. Go to Dublin. It's the best way to protect your investment. I'm sorry, Jack. I didn't mean it that way. Look how touchy you are. Where's that unfailing sense of humor? I'll tell you where. It's suffocated from lack of human contact.
How important is that money to you?
What do you mean?
I mean, maybe we ought to throw in the towel. Let them have it. It's not worth the risk.
The baby's life is most important.
No, your life is most important.
No, Jack. That money belongs to my child. It means a different kind of life, a kind that no one in my family, with all its generations of farmers and laborers, has ever known. No, I can't throw that away. I don't even have the right.
You could stay at the Donovans.
I'll be fine.
So he's off to Galway, is he now?
Dublin, actually. Do some research.
Dublin? It's a long way there and back. We won't be able to wait for you now.
I'll hire a boat.
All right.
It takes about 90 minutes in a good sea.
Fine. I'm driving to Dublin and back, so look for me around 5.
I doubt if you'll make it. But I'll be out there anyway.
See you then.
So for how many years have you been married?
Oh, it's been 2 years now. Yes, that's it. 2 years exactly.
Oh, so you have an anniversary coming up.
It's already passed. Last month, actually.
And did he make you a nice present for the occasion?
A negligee. Very sexy and very expensive. Tell me about your husband. What sort of fish does he catch?
Fish is fish.
This birth certificate is a forgery.
I beg your pardon?
It was planted. It isn't old.
Looks old to me.
It was aged in an oven. No silverfish tracks.
Silverfish? Insects?
They leave tracks when they eat the coating off paper. All your other records have them. Where can I make an overseas call?
In the building, on the 2nd floor.
She may not look as fancy as others, but you wanted one with oars. And she's as seaworthy as anything you'll find.
It'll do.
Bye now.
Bye.
Hope that's not a winning hand.
Jack? Jack?
If you're going to shoot me, why did you get it over with?
To avoid the appearance of foul play. You're a special case.
I'm going to be sick.
Get on with it.
I wouldn't let you kill my baby!
There's a boat. Go for it. Are you all right?
My jaw is broken from a punch. Half drowned, half frozen, and I'm in labor. But other than that, I'm fine.
Now, here's a hand, love. Good God, she's a child. Jesus, girl, lie still. She's pregnant. Jesus, the girl's pregnant. We'll have you ashore in a jiffy. Come to life, yeah?
All right. You've earned your 30%.
Will you shut up? You're in labor?
We have to pick up Dr. Fitzsimmons and get to Galway right away.
Man, mind your step. Give me your hand. Jesus, you must be freezing. Run to the car now.
You're a good man, Sean. St. Columbine's Hospital. Quick as you can.
Right so.
You didn't pack a bag.
I was pulled away unexpectedly.
Dawes Law Firm is a foreign banking correspondent. Been transferring IRA funds for years. He engineered everything from the beginning, including the phony birth certificate.
Why was Murphy so hard to find?
I had to swallow it. They wanted me to sell it to the court. And bought the whole concoction.
Easy, easy. You'll be in a nice, comfortable hospital bed soon. We're just coming up to St. Columbine's.
Don't stop. Keep going.
What is it?
It's staked out.
Glengarry Lane, John. It's the home of Dr. Hughes, the obstetrician who makes the delivery.
There's a dirt road just beyond. Take that. Stop here, Grogan. You stay with the van.
God bless you, Sean. Go and get some sleep. We've a long night ahead.
Call me if you need me.
Dr. Fitz.
Evening, Ellie. Is Frank here?
No, he's at the hospital delivering twins.
This is Bridget and Jack Carnegie, and we need the guest bedroom to deliver a baby.
Oh, up the stairs first on the right.
On you go. Oh, Ellie, like a love, will you get me some towels? And a newspaper.
Jack, what if it's as ugly as the devil? Or if it's born with two heads or something?
It won't be. It'll be gorgeous, just like its mother.
Ah, Ellie, you're better at the towels than I am.
Sure haven't I been a midwife for the last 30 years? What's the paper for?
Oh, if it's today's, I haven't read it yet.
Get some more water, please.
Drop it. If I'd wanted to kill you, I'd have done this long ago.
Right. You just happened to be in the neighborhood.
Dawes and Quinn are renegades. I never authorized this.
They can't do it without you. You authorized.
I consented to take the money, never this. To kill a pregnant woman. I gave Quinn a direct order against it.
Then why are you here?
You see that my order isn't broken. I've been listening to that for half an hour. Can she not get on with it?
Since when does the IRA care who they kill?
I expect we have a better record on civilian casualties than you had in Vietnam.
What about the money?
Oh, you're just like the other two. Quinn is a mercenary maniac. And Dawes, he's just an armchair patriot.
Not armchair, hands-on. He's in this country now.
Yeah, well, the movement has survived for 100 years without this kind of blood money.
Baby's in a breech position. She should be in hospital.
She will be. Bridget, Murphy's not with Quinn. He's here now to help. We're taking his van to the hospital.
ambulance, Brogan, so.
Don't!
I'm no good to you, Dad.
You can inherit just as well without kneecaps. Get down.
Get up, Jack, and get back against the van. Woody, come to your senses. Shut up. Are you crazy? Shooting Murphy?
Is it me or him? The girl has no part in this. Let her go.
I've come too far with this. A lot of time and a lot of planning, and the stakes are way too big. You've gone soft, Murphy. Don't move or I'll blow his brains out.
He's got your nose.
He hasn't got a touch for it.
You killed Bridget and a baby. I have to do it now unless you drop the gun.
Jesus Christ!
Down, keep down.
Think you can shoot an old pal?
You all right, Ellie? Bridget, are you all right? There's no more we can do till we get her to the hospital.
She'll be all right when we get her there.
Bridget, you just couldn't wait for me with your paid no mind. The birth was trouble-free then.
A cakewalk.
Isn't he lovely? So, divorce.
I didn't know I couldn't try. I was empty. I thought love would never be mine. I chained my heart behind the wall I had built. Now I can feel the wall begin to shake. I can feel the chains begin to break. It's so easy to see. Drawn to me, together we can see things through so easily. We've climbed the mountain, we'll cross the sea. I believe in you, and you believe in me. Oh, run to me. A star is gonna shine for us eternally. The angels watch above. Look who's in love.